What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the video blog one more time. Hoxton Trend, Hoxton Heads. So today what I thought I'll do real quickly for you guys is show you the fake versus real TN trainers. I put the video up of the Nike TNs that I've done, I think it was last week. And soon after that video, I got a guy reply to me. He said, "Oh Hoxton, I've just seen these Nike TNs on eBay. Are they genuine?" And I jumped over to there real quick. I had a look and I could see clearly that the item wasn't genuine. So I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to get these in. Let's do a fake versus real TN since I've just got the trainers in for a review. And let's see if we can look at them together and try and unpick the differences between the fake and the real one. And guys, what happened, if you looked on the Snapchat yesterday, at about midday, these dropped in. These fake Nike TNs, and obviously I've got the real ones which I copped, which are right here, so it's all good. So what we're going to do today guys is we're going to look to see the differences between the two of these and try and look at them in a bit more detail. Guys, it's not easy, man. This fake is pretty decent. I mean, for me I thought it looked a bit rubbish, but after close inspection there's not a lot of differences between the two. But what we're going to do, let's try and break it all down and let's look at it together, okay? So that's it, man. Bam! Let's have a look at this stuff in a bit. Okay gang, here we go, man. I got all the stuff on the bed. I got the Nike TNs in, Mr. Baseball bats hanging out, because just in case there's any beef and this fake tries to get out of control, we're going to give it a good old fashioned beating, yeah? But that's going to be afterwards. So guys, this is the stuff, man. This is the Nike TNs here. This is the fake one right here, and this is the real one. I want to get into this really quick, so let's get in. First thing I want to look at is the box, guys. Look at the box. What I've noticed with the Nike trainers is they always seem to do them in really small boxes like this. They never seem to give it to you in the proper box like that. I'm not saying that there's not fakes around in the box like that, but the ones that I've seen, a lot of times I've seen fakes, they always come in a small box. And as well, the box looks quite grainy. You can see the deep grooves on here. They're quite thick. They go all the way through the box. You can just see them there, and they're quite thick. That's one of the ways I can tell if the box doesn't look right. I mean, this one doesn't even have a size for the trainer or anything like that. And I think the guy tried to be smart. He tried to say that it's not supplied with a genuine box. So if you don't get a box like this, it says it does come with a different box. But this is not a Nike box, guys. This is the original Nike box here. Yes, it does have little grooves in it, but they're not as evident and they're not as thick as the one on the fakes, okay? It's a lot more smoother. And you can see on the genuine box, it always gives the full information here, and it always gives the barcode. But on the fake ones, you don't tend to see that, guys, okay? Second thing is, I was really baffed at this stupid amount of tissue paper they've done here. And if you look at this, this is so typical of Chinese counterfeit manufacturers. They always try to wrap stuff up in lots of different bits. So you see here, well, obviously they've gone into the bathroom, they've got themselves a bunch of loo roll, and they tried to wrap the trainers like 50 times around the trainer. So guys, if you're getting your trainers coming like this, or you see them wrapped like that, with lots of loo roll, then you know it's a fake, because Nike don't do that. Nike simply gives you one nice sheet like that you can just unravel like a box of chocolates, so it's all blessed. So that's the second thing, guys. Look at the box, look at the wrapping paper, okay? I know it sounds a bit silly to look at those, but counterfeiters don't really tend to do too well when it comes to the packaging. And even if you look at this box here, you can see the way the box opens up. Nike don't even do boxes like that, man. They're never like that. But anyway, that's both of them side to side, and you can see that it's really annoying because they're so identical, man. I mean, look at that. They're so identical. The only thing that's a real giveaway for this one is I'm not too sure about this colorway. It doesn't look right, the colorway, to me. The annoying thing about these is that a lot of these counterfeiters, when they make these products in China, the counterfeiters a lot of the time as well, the factory, they might make the genuine one, and then there's on the slide they're making the fake ones, or they might supply the plans or the materials that Nike have given them to make the trainer. The factory will sell that to other factories who will then go away and make the trainer. That is how these guys get it spot on, because sometimes they can get exactly the same materials as the manufacturer, which is really annoying. So guys, let's get a closer look in, man. One of the things that I wanted to look at first off was the sole. If you look at the sole inside here and you look at the sole inside there, you can see that they're completely different. Now, I can't speak for the old Nike insoles, this part here, but if you look at that, it looks really faded. It doesn't look very good. It looks, that's the biggest letdown on the counterfeits part. It just looks really poor and substandard on there. And if you look on the original, you can clearly see it just says Nike, and they always put these little kind of stickers inside as well, whereas the fake doesn't have any type of sticker on there. And the other thing I've noticed as well is that the sole for the TN, it just simply comes off like that very, very easily. If we look at the Nike insole, you can see what Nike are doing, because I've noticed this on a few trainers. It's sticky, listen. So you can see that is not easy to take in and out. If I took this out, that would be very difficult to put back in, because this bit is sticky, guys. Okay, so that's another thing, and the insole is very sticky. So I actually need to push that down hard, and it will stay down there. The other thing I want to look at real quick is, and there's not too much difference here, but if you look on the inside tag, you can just about see there on the inside tag. The Nike one is a little bit different because there's a bit of a border that goes around it. As you can see there's a bit of a border which is a bit lighter that goes around. And if you look at the fake one, there is a border, but it's not as faint. It's not as faint. I mean, that's a very difficult way to spot. The other thing that I noticed on here is it says on the original NikeBetterWorld.com, and here they have not put any website on there at all. As you can see, there's nothing there. But that's going to be a difficult one to spot, that one. Not very easy. Because they've got this little blue, they've changed this loophole to blue, while this is just normal. Now I've noticed that some of the TNs come with a different colour front, different colour loophole, but that's only on some of the trainers, it's not on all of them. I've seen some original ones where the colour is also the same as the rest, so that's not a great way to spot as well. It's just something that I've noticed and picked up. I thought I could tell the difference between the two using that, but you can't. The other thing is, if you turn the trainer inside out, you can see the new TNs have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes at the bottom, which represents the TN tuned system. And if you look at this TN, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I had a look at that as well, and it seemed that the older TNs are coming with 1, 2, 3, 4 holes for the tune system underneath. So that's not a great way to spot it either, because that's also part of the old one. So you can see it's really hard, man. It's really difficult. It's not an easy one. The other thing that I did notice though is if you look closely into the holes, it's absolutely awful in there, man. It just looks like they've just poured some plastic in there. So that's the other way. If you look inside these holes, they're really terrible. Whereas you look inside the holes of the original, you can see it's nice and clean, because there's actually a mechanism in here, guys. There's a mechanism in there, which is the tune system. And this here does not have the mechanism in it. And how I know is this. Now I've got my little scales here, I'll put them there, but how I know is this. This trainer feels heavier than this trainer, okay? So that's one way I know. As soon as I felt that, I could feel the mechanism in the back there is giving it a bit more weight. But this one, I don't feel any weight. Now this is a size 10 and this is a size 11. So by rights, this trainer should weigh more than this one, just slightly, due to the size aspect. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see. So let me just take the camera off so that you can see it a bit more. Right, so we could clearly see that after weighing the trainers, the red one, which should have weighed more because it's a size 11, so by rights this should weigh more, came in at 404 grams, and this one with the mechanism but is one size down should weigh less, and that came out, I think it was 431, was it? Came up about 431 or 433 grams. You can see it there on the screen. So clearly we know that this trainer is heavier than this one. Now that goes to show that there's no mechanism in here. There's just air and crap and nonsense. There's nothing in there at all. So yeah, that's not very good. Even if I press this bubble here really hard, I can bend it in, but this one, if I do that, it's not as easy because there is actually an air system going on in here, guys. The other thing is the material on here feels kind of cheap. It doesn't really feel nice, whereas the TNs here, this material, it does feel more durable. It does feel like more of a mesh feel to it this one just, it doesn't feel good as well. What I would say is the overall feel of the material on this one is not very good, guys. It's not very good. This trainer would fall apart on you very, very easily. They've got the look down, but they haven't got the materials on this, and this one costs $89.99, so it's quite an expensive trainer considering it's a fake. But yeah, really disappointing to see, guys, that this one is so similar to the original. But again, guys, the quick ways to spot is look at the box, see how the box looks. If the box is not matching what you've seen on the on your original Nike box, I know some of you will have Nike trainers, obviously you look at the box. If it doesn't look like the original box, leave it out. If the paper that's coming wrapped looks like a loo roll, leave it out, guys. The other thing as well is look inside the trainer to see the fading there. You can see the fading on this side, and the insole there is not very good, whereas the Nike one is a lot better. If you feel the weight, this feels really light, man. It does feel really light and flimsy. This feels really solid with a nice weight to it. So yeah, that's the differences. Guys, that's it, man. That's the only way that I could spot. I did try to look at this, you know, thoroughly. I mean, if you look there, the TN sign on the right is a little bit bigger, but you know, you're not really going to be able to tell too much, you know, just at a glimpse, or if you haven't got the comparison. The TN here on the original is bigger than the TN here. Again, it's going to be very difficult. The inside there, you can see there's some imperfections, even going on around there, you can see there's some imperfections. There's a little white line going on there, whereas the originals have got it perfect. But then if you look at the original, you can see there's a little bit of imperfection there, so that's not always a good way to spot. Really annoying, man. The thing with Nike TNs is they're only sold in Foot Locker, guys. They're only in Foot Locker as far as I'm aware, so better for you just to buy on Foot Locker and don't mess around with these ones on eBay or any other site trying to sell them for cheaper. Just get them from Foot Locker, okay? They're exclusive to Foot Locker only. So guys, that's it. I hope you found the review informative. I hope you found it helpful. I'm gonna head out now, man. I've got a little photo shoot going on down East End. I'm gonna go and hang out down in Hoxton for a little bit, okay? So that's it, man. All we gotta do to finish this video off is give this trainer a good old-fashioned beating, yo. That's it. Mash up my lights again, got all the dust everywhere. See what this fake's gone and done. Get out of it. That's that. Alright guys, listen, I'm off. Hope you enjoyed the review. I want to catch you lot in a bit, yeah? Peace out.